All right, my friends, how are you today? The monthly horoscopes are up. It is the 29th of January 2020. The moon has moved out of Pisces and connecting with Chiron in Aries. All right, so what's going on there? Our emotional moon needs, right? Talked about Chiron a lot in the monthly videos, right? Venus is going to connect with Chiron here very shortly. It's good. Emotional healing, right? The moon is about needs, our emotional needs. Chiron is about the great healer. All right, how are we paying attention to our own emotions that need healing? You know, what is going on in our instinctual self, right? In the sign of Aries. Babies and, babies. Fingers and toes is all I know, is all the baby knows. Okay, again, it's like, it's very instinctual, going toward the light, going away from the darkness. I'm going to go toward what's good for me, going away from what's bad for me. So there can be opportunities or times that maybe we need to shine our own light in the shadows. Illuminate the unknown. Maybe there's times we've spent too much time in the light chasing after all that glitters is not gold. So it can be any of the following things. So our emotional moon meets up with Chiron and offers a little bit of love, a little bit of healing going on for us today, which is quite lovely. Let's go to the chart and check it out. All right, we got Mars sesqui-square to Uranus here. All right, the forward thinking, forward movement, desire and drive of Mars, right? Venus is really our love and desires, and Mars is our planet of passion that says, this is how I'm going to get it. You love, you want to dream, you want to create, you want to read poetry. Well, this is how I'm going to learn that poetry. This is how I'm going to learn what to write about. That's the square happening here between Venus, Mars, and Neptune in the sign of Pisces, because both of these signs have to do with expansion, right? And this is like illusory in a certain sense. It's the things you can't quite put your finger on. Where Mars is saying, like, look, I got to put my finger on something. I'm living here in the three-dimensional tangible world, so I've got to expand. So if I want to, here you go. So if I want to, if I feel and I see all of these things up here, it's like up in this ether, there's these like top chakras, you know what I mean? It's just like, well, how can I communicate this? I need to learn something more. I need to learn deeper about psychology. I need to learn deeper into philosophy. I need to learn deeper into quantum physics, or deeper into, whatever it is I'm studying. Einstein, this is a perfect example of this square. Einstein, when he was developing the theory of relativity, okay, he had to go back to school, because what he understood in his brain, what he had the light switch clicking on, okay, and that's the light switch clicking on here is Uranus in Taurus, breakthroughs, breaking through of traditions, okay, Mars, planet of action, seeking out knowledge, higher education. So Einstein had the breakthrough concept of, the theory of relativity, but he couldn't explain it. He didn't know how to put it on paper. He didn't know how to give it to somebody else for their light switch to click on. It's funny we're talking about light, but that's what it is. So this square, this tension, that's also being divinely lit there by Uranus, is like, breakthrough. These are going to lead to our breakthroughs. Seeking this knowledge, seeking this information is going to lead to breakthroughs, as well as it's a way to bring the intangible aspects of Venus and Neptune and Pisces into the very real and physical world, which is kind of a Capricorn thing. But, it's just like it takes that Sagittarius expansive amount of knowledge for us to get there. Right? That's the meat of our day. We still have as well, we have Mars creating a septile. It's a Mars day. Mars is also creating the septile to the Sun. The Sun creating a septile to Venus. How freaking cool is that? And then we've got Pluto still creating the septile to Neptune. right? I mean, this is fate, my friends. This is destiny. So Mars, so understanding this is our illusory world. This is the stuff that lives inside. How do I explain my poetry to you? Well, I have to write it. I have to learn how to write. I have to learn how to communicate. I have to learn these words. If it's through calligraphy, if I want my poem to be in calligraphy, well, I got to learn calligraphy. I need to use those tools, you know? So it's just like, okay, I want to create these things here that my heart feels so deeply, and it's destined to come out of me. Pluto up here in Capricorn saying, let's make this stuff real. Let's, like now we have the knowledge. We have the feeling, the inspiration. Now we have the knowledge. We went back to school to learn how to paint, to learn how to draw, to learn how to write, to learn quantum physics, whatever it is, and then we bring all of this information to the community so that we can progress and think forward. Okay. Mercury, quintile to Uranus. I'm thinking of a forward, of a new way to break through, new way to communicate these ideas and these concepts. I had to go to school first. I had to figure things out, but I've been feeling this for a very long time. And maybe that's what the moon's here is healing. Like, just because we're feeling something and we didn't think we could, manifest it in the physical world, it's just like, look, the child is now learning how to crawl. The child is now learning how to run. The runner is now breaking Guinness Book World Records, and then you got a quintile here from Chiron and the moon up to Pluto. Again, transcendence, transformation here in the physical world. Also creating the septile to Neptune. So it's just like, this is a beautiful fate kind of a week. This is a fate energy that's going on, a destined energy. So it's like learning how to sing. It's learning how to do all of these things that we feel so deeply inside, and giving them life, giving them a life of their own, letting it live, letting it breathe, and taking the initiation, the spark. That's what the moon needs. It says, I need to create. I need to act upon this. Strike while the iron is hot. This is cool stuff. So I'm very excited about this day. I'm very excited for the month ahead. If you haven't checked it out, maybe you have, but there's a lot of good sauce going on in the astrological planes. A lot of good energy that we're receiving this month, and this is stuff that's fate and destiny coming into alignment with ourselves that I am too excited about. So have a happy 29th of January. Have a happy hump day. Happy Wednesday to you, my friends. We'll see you tomorrow.